In the first video, we determined that the PCB board was okay, generating sufficient voltage to the compressor. So while the connector was removed from connection 201, we measured with an ohm meter 8 ohms across the leads. So that told us the compressor winding is okay. And we also tested and we had no shorts to ground. We went ahead and removed the Freon from the system and soldered in a high and low pressure tap. We then pressurized the system with 120 pounds of nitrogen to check for leaks, none found. This is the old compressor that ran for a couple years and then it failed. We're on the output of it and we're only getting 2.5 pounds of pressure. We have got a LG compressor. We got it hooked just temporarily, running off the control board. We're just running air in. We're compressing. We're running 80 pounds on the output of the compressor to test the compressor. And so far, it's looking pretty good. So 89, it's continuing to climb. So what do you think? Shut her down, solder it back, put her back in.
Wait for your 100 and shut her down.
Right. There we go.
There's 100.
There's 100. Okay, right now we've got the pump soldered back in. We have got our vacuum sensor, our blue line, our low pressure side, and we got our high pressure side. And we are running right now, we're pulling a vacuum. We've got about 8,000 microns. We're going to pull her down to about 600-700 and then do a leak test. Okay, we're 19 minutes into vacuum. We're down to 1,700, 1,600 microns. We'll let her run. Now we're pulling Freon in. We have got, see, we're -3 pounds. So we're gonna give it a little shot. So here we are. Here's our Freon, R134A, and we've got 1/2 ounce in so far. So now we're gonna open her up just for a second and close it. Okay.
We got a long way to go.
Yep. So we'll come back after we get our 5.1 ounces of Freon in. Okay, we're continuing to put a little Freon in, but we're getting pretty close now. We have got 6 pounds on the low side, 198 on the high side. Every time we get down, if we dip to 0 or below 0, we give it a little burst of Freon. So that's our process, is keep adding Freon, but it's a very slow process now. If that low pressure side drops below 0, we'll just give a little burst of Freon. But our high pressure side, we're up to 200 psi. You see our low and high temperatures, 87 up to 123. So it's looking really good. All right, we have finished putting the Freon in. In fact, we took a little bit of Freon out. Our goal was to try to be about 4 or 5 psi on the low side. And we are at 4 now with a 259 pound high side. Our low side temperature is 91 with 145 on high side temperature. I'll add the results of the CPS, which includes the LSAT and all that information, the subcool information, later. We started adding Freon around 8 p.m. and you can see based on the charts the temperatures were slowly falling. We finished adding Freon at 9 p.m. and by midnight you can see the temperatures in both compartments have achieved their set points. We're very pleased at this point. The next morning we observed that the low pressure was at 2.5 psi and ice was existing on the low pressure port at the pump, or -3 degrees on the chart. Our subcool observed is -27.4. This refrigerator is working wonderfully. I hope you enjoyed this video and please subscribe.